So we've been sent here another flashlight from Trustfire. It's the GM23S this time. I tested the GM35 last time, which you can see the reviews on our page. These things are absolutely awesome, so I'm looking forward to unboxing this and seeing what we get inside. Trustfire make this a bit difficult to get into this box with this little tab here. So now we've unboxed this, we're instantly greeted with the instruction manual, so we'll put that to the side for now. And there we have the lovely Trustfire 23S itself. I must admit already, lovely packaging on this. This thing's in here nice and tight. It's very satisfying getting that thing out. And an extra little compartment here. Let's see what's inside. So, very, very useful. We've obviously got the charger, which is a USB-C, which is perfect because it actually fits my phone as well. We've got a nice cleaning cloth. And then we've got the Picatinny rail attachments here, so we've obviously got the Allen key that allows you to tighten this up onto your rifle or pistol. So we'll run through some of the features of the GM23 then. I'm quite excited about this little thing. At first glance, this thing is nice and robust. Again, it's all metal construction, so it's not going to break easy, and it just means it's got that nice little bit of weight to it. Feels a bit more expensive than other plastic cheaper options. The lens, don't think is yellow, so I'm just going to remove this cap here. This is where you attach it onto your weapon. Again, with the Trustfire products, I love the easy catch here, which just allows you to pop it on and off your railings, so nice and easy there. On the left hand side of the flashlight, we've got this little flap here which exposes where the USB-C charges, and then also on the left hand side we've got a selector switch which looks like it's got a flashlight option, a flashlight and laser option. So I wasn't even aware this thing had a laser on it, so I'm really excited now. On the top of the flashlight, it looks like we've got an adjustment for the laser in the up, down and left and right positions with an Allen key. And then finally, at the back, we've got the standard way of operating these Trustfire flashlights. We've got a button on either side of this for turning on and off. It looks like if you hold these buttons in and let go after a few seconds, it realises that you're just using it for a little flash and it goes off straight away, so it's a nice little feature. Before we take this into the testing and actually do it in the pitch black, let's just give it a little test on the different features of this. So we've got the actual flashlight itself, which straight away looks nice and bright, even in the light. Flicking the switch one point to the left looks like it's the flashlight and the laser, which you may not be able to see on there, however that's a green laser pointer. And then one more flick to the left, we've got just the laser, which looks very clear to me, even in the light, so I think this thing's going to perform pretty well. And just a really quick comparison between the GM35 and the GM23S that we're testing today. That's the size comparison. I mean, the GM35 is a lot more powerful, but it's a lot bigger. It doesn't include a laser on this. However, this mighty little thing here includes your flashlight and your laser, so you're sort of getting a 2-in-1 with this thing. Okay, so we've got the XTCP pistol here. First, we're going to open up the catch, slide it onto the gun. We've got the little catch again that we just need to press very tight on there. However, that clips. That is definitely not going anywhere. Let's just give it a little fire and test. Doesn't wobble, doesn't move. That thing's not going anywhere. Turning the light off now. There's your laser pointer, so you can see really nice and bright on there. You can see exactly where that's pointing, and it's very powerful. It even lights up the room. Moving on to the flashlight. I mean, I wasn't expecting any less from Trustfire with their flashlights. This thing lights up the room really well, especially for a little torch like this. It's going to be a real great attachment for your CQB or your indoor building clearing. It's just a nice little addition, especially with the laser on there, so you don't have to have one of each. And then flicking it over to the laser and the flashlight, as you can see on there, we've got a nice bright laser and also the flashlight itself. So yeah, it looks a lot more clear to me than it might do on the screen for you guys. But that's a real great laser and torch attachment. So all in all, what do I think about the GM23S? This little thing is mighty. It's from Trustfire, so obviously it's a very trusted brand, and I just love the performance of this thing. It's bright, it's got a laser, and the laser's also bright, so it's a win-win really, especially if you don't want multiple attachments like a laser and a torch. this thing's going to be perfect and ideal for you. Good thing with this as well, obviously with the USB-C charger, just makes charging this thing a lot easier than obviously having to replace batteries or having the older USB attachments. And then as you saw when putting it onto the Picatinny rail with the attacher here, just makes loading this thing on and off the gun really simple and straightforward. No screwing, no fiddling around with actually tightening things up or bolts. What more could you want with this thing? I'm trying to think of some downers for this thing, because I always like to put a bit of criticism on a lot of products, and there's nothing wrong with it, to be honest. In fact, the only recommendation I'd probably give to Trustfire is actually including on the box that it includes a laser, because it was a lovely surprise that it actually had a laser. However, there's no mention of it on the box, and I think it'd be a good selling point, to be fair. I'd love to hear your comments on flashlights and torches. What ones do you use? Have you used the Trustfire brand, or what other brands have you sort of found very good? Like and subscribe, and make sure you come back on the next reviews. We'll see you soon.